Hello and thank you for joining me in this video. Right now we are in the Wix editor, and this video is dedicated to helping you learn how to use the Wix editor to design your own website. Now to get here, you basically, when you're picking a template on Wix, you'll see a view and edit, and you click the edit and that leads you to the Wix editor. The editor is composed of several components. Let's get into what they are. The first one is the left menu. These buttons you see here is called the left menu, and it contains a lot of the design features and added functions. The top bar here, and it gives you the site features. Pages menu, where you add, delete, and change a lot of the function of the pages. In your editor toolbar, which edits elements on your page. Now, your website is mainly composed of three parts: the header, the body, and the footer. And so to get started here, what we're going to do is kind of go over the header first and how you can customize and design your header. Your header is made up of like your logo, your company name, and a menu. And all these things are, you can add and delete as you want and resize what you want. So to resize it, you would just drag it like this. And if you didn't like what happened, you can just undo it and go back to the way it was. So don't be afraid to experiment, or don't be afraid of making mistakes. Now, to change how the order of the pages in your menu, you would go to the pages menu, but we'll go into that a little bit in a few minutes. If you want to change some other stuff on your header, click on the header, and it says change header design. Click that, and you can customize, add a different header here, and these are all tailored to what you currently have. So if you want to make that dark, if you want to make it some kind of different color, you know, you're free to do that. So that one didn't look too bad. And then you, of course, you can also customize the design of the header that you select. Now, settings, you can freeze the header, and what that does is it keeps the header in place, so when you scroll, the scrolling happens behind the header. But you can unfreeze it as well. So let's take a look at what that looks like. A header frozen. So let's save it. And when you save it for the first time, you can name your site. I'm just going to keep it like that. I'll change it later. And hit preview. And this is what, as you can see, everything goes kind of behind the header there. So let's go back to the editor, scroll up, and let's unfreeze the editor and preview what that looks like. And as you can see, everything goes up. The header is no longer stuck in place. Okay. And so that's basically how you the functionality of it. If you want to change the name, of course, just click text and edit text. And if you want to add your logo, just click there. Well, this one is a text, but you can add a picture if you want. And to add anything to it, you just click this button and add an image and add it up there. So the footer works pretty much the same way, where you can resize it, you can add pictures or any type of text, or if you want to add a menu here, you can do that as well. So menus are located in the add section right here, and as you can see, you get all types of menu styles and even anchors. I'll cover anchors in another video, But as you can see, you have a lot of different designs for menus which can go in your footer or header. So let's carry on to the editor toolbar here. So you're basically, this will edit your elements. You can delete an element, copy, paste, change the position, etc. And this functions show on all pages. An element you can have show on all pages like this one. It's got yes, but if you don't want that to show on any page, you can just unclick that. Now you can actually get rid of this if it's in your way, and I'll show you how to do that in the top bar here. You've got a lot of functionality. So let's take a look at the site. So you can access your site manager, where you get a lot of the back end of your website. Site history, your dashboard, all kinds of stuff here. It's just good to know that's there. In the tools, you can decide what shows up in the editor while you're working. And if you want to get rid of the toolbar, you can just get rid of that. If you want to get rid of the grid lines, etc., you can do that. And whenever you want that to come back, just click and do that, and X out if you want to. So another thing, help is just to click away on anything that you get stuck on. So I wouldn't worry about getting not knowing what to do when you are designing your website. Now this is a good section for page sections. The body of your website is made of section by section. So like here you have a strip that is an anchor. Here's another strip for products. Here's another little section, I should call them, section for just communicating something with your website viewers. An about section that you can add, and another section that you can add in your footer and social icons. Of course, you can rearrange everything, add and delete. So just click the that little circle there. Let me go back to it, make sure. It's zoom out and reorder button is what it's called. You can click on that whenever you want to, like delete a section easily or move a section between each other. And here are the you can move this section up. Let's try that. And as you can see, now it's right there. You can move it back down. You can duplicate a section and then edit it to look a little different as you want, and then you can delete. So it makes it easy to add and delete anything you want on your website. So let's get out of this. So I'm going to add the grid lines back to make it easier to work with. Now let's take a look at the left menu, which are these buttons right here. And so you have your background, the add button, the apps, your uploads, your store, and your bookings. So these two really we're not going to look in, because for most people, if you're not selling something or you just have a website, this won't be relevant, and I probably need to make an entire separate video for these, and which I will, they're coming. So let's just look into what's available for the background. So the background, you can add pictures, videos, and you can change to a solid background. So let's do that. And remember, you can always undo what you've done. So let's do that. I'm just going to change strip background. Click that. It's going to take you to the same thing that was really right there. And so I can change it to a solid color. Let's say I want that. And then I can add text or anything like that. So let's undo that. And settings, whenever you want to get more functionality, the image of there, you can change the opacity, you can change the color behind an image, and you can add scrolling effects and change positions, etc. So there's a lot of functionality that is available to you for your backgrounds. Okay, let's go to the add. Now here is where you can add a ton of stuff: images, text, galleries, sliders here, buttons, even boxes, strips, shapes, etc. And each of these, like the which is really good. It turns into a fully functioning website very quickly. These are all things that I'm going to be discussing in future videos, but I want to show you what was available. Like you can add your YouTube videos or Vimeo videos, etc. You can add music to your website. Here are your social icons. So just go through here and know that a lot of functionality is just right here in the add button whenever you want to add something to a section, etc. So that just about covers getting to know getting started with a new Wix website, how you're going to build it and how you're going to design it. Like I say, you can save, you can preview, and once you're done designing your website, then you can publish it. You can publish any time that you want, really. Oh, one thing I almost forgot is the pages menu here. You can add, delete pages. In each page, you just click these like 3 dots, and it adds a lot more functionality to it too. So let's go over those. You can delete it, you can hide, duplicate, rename the page, go into the settings. In settings, you can hide a page from the menu. You can make it your home page. Then go to layouts. You can have no header or footer, or standard, which is what it's on. You can grant permissions where it's only a members only thing, and you can adjust your the SEO for the page. So that's how you access all of that. So let's go out of that. Let's click done. And of course you can, like if you want to make a drop down menu, you just take it and slide it to the side. So now that becomes a drop down under frequently asked questions, and you can return it to a page there. And as you can see, whatever changes you make to the arrangement of the pages, it adjusts in the menu as well. Now to here in the menu, you can add a menu here, and I think we already covered that. So I think I've covered everything. Of course, if you have any questions about Wix and getting started, definitely leave your questions in the comments section.
Flew up through the clouds at night, was born to fight. Mythical, so mystical, think what you like.